All right, let's talk about a trek that's on just about everyone's bucket list, the legendary Annapurna Circuit. It is an incredible journey, no doubt about it. But there's one massive question you have to answer before you even book your flight, and it can literally change everything. When is the right time to go?
What makes this trek so special is its sheer variety. I mean, you're not just climbing one mountain. You are walking through like half a dozen different worlds in a single trip. You start in these lush green forests and end up in a high-altitude desert that feels like you're on another planet, all with giant snow-capped peaks looming over you.
And that's where things get tricky. Nepal has 4 very, very distinct seasons, and each one paints the circuit with a completely different brush. We're not just talking about whether you need to pack a rain jacket, we're talking about a completely different kind of adventure depending on the month you choose.
So here's the big secret. There really is no single best time to go. The perfect season depends completely on what you want out of the experience. Are you chasing those postcard-perfect, crystal-clear views? Or are you looking for solitude, a real challenge? Let's break this down into 2 main paths you can take.
Okay, so let's dive into path number 1, the classics. This covers spring and autumn. These are the peak seasons, the ones you see in all the glossy magazines, and honestly, they're popular for a really good reason. So you've got 2 main choices here. On one hand, you have spring, which is truly the season of rebirth. Everything is coming alive, the colors are exploding, the landscape is just waking up from winter. Then you have autumn, the season of clarity. The monsoon rains have basically acted like a giant car wash for the atmosphere, leaving the mountain views absolutely pristine. So if you go in the spring, what are you getting into? Well, the number one reason people go is the color. We're talking about entire forests of rhododendrons blooming in bright reds and pinks. It's just stunning. The weather's warming up, the days are getting longer. But, and it's a big but, you are not going to have the trail to yourself. It gets busy, and you've got to be prepared for some leftover snow up high, especially around the Thorong La Pass. Now, autumn. This is what most people think of as the perfect trekking season. If your main goal is seeing those massive Himalayan peaks and jaw-dropping, razor-sharp detail, this is it, period. The weather's stable, the high pass is usually clear, and you might even get to see some huge local festivals. The catch? Well, you and everybody else wants to be there. This is the busiest time of year, so you absolutely have to book everything, your guides, your tea houses, way in advance. So who are these classic seasons for? Bottom line, if you're a first-timer on the circuit, if you're a photographer, or if you just want the best possible odds of having great weather and mind-blowing views without any nasty surprises, then spring and autumn are definitely your go-to.
All right, now for something completely different. Path number 2, the challenge. This is for the trekker who hears the word crowds and immediately wants to run in the other direction. Going in the monsoon or the winter is a whole other ballgame. It's tougher, for sure, but also incredibly unique.
So what are your options on this path? First up is the monsoon, the season of solitude. Everything is intensely lush and green, the waterfalls are roaring, but yeah, it's going to be wet. On the flip side, you've got winter, the season of extremes. It's this quiet, frozen, beautiful world that offers a kind of peace you just can't find otherwise. But you have to be ready for some serious, serious cold.
Okay, let's have a frank chat about the monsoon. The huge pro is that you'll have the trails practically to yourself. The landscapes are so green it almost doesn't look real. The cons, though, are no joke. We're talking near constant rain, very slippery trails, a real risk of landslides, and a lot of the time, those giant mountains are hiding behind clouds. Oh, and yeah, there are leeches in the lower parts. You just got to be prepared for that.
And then there's winter. Look, this is not for beginners. Let me be clear. The rewards are huge, some of the crispest, clearest views you will ever see, and a profound sense of quiet. But the risks are just as big. We're talking bone-chilling cold, especially at night. The high pass could be totally blocked by snow for days. You absolutely need to have experience with winter conditions and have all the right gear. This is for seasoned trekkers only.
So who is Path 2 really for? It's for the experienced trekker who values solitude above pretty much everything else. If you're okay with unpredictable weather and you want an adventure that feels a bit more raw and wild, then the monsoon or winter might just be the perfect fit for you. Okay, we've covered the big ideas, the 2 main paths. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty with a practical month-by-month guide to the circuit. This chart really lays it all out. You can see the whole year in a single snapshot. See Jan and Feb? Experts only. That tells you everything you need to know. Then things start warming up in March and April. That's your spring bloom.
October is highlighted as the best overall month. That's the absolute peak of autumn perfection. But hey, don't sleep on September and November. Those are the shoulder seasons, and they can be a real sweet spot, balancing great conditions with slightly smaller crowds.
So, we've laid out all the options, all the pros and cons. Now it comes back to that first question. It's time to look in the mirror and ask, what kind of trekker am I? Let's figure this out, right now.
Let's just boil it all down. It's really this simple. Step 1. You want those epic, calendar-worthy photos and a taste of local culture? You want autumn? Step 2. Are you all about vibrant colors and comfortable warm weather? Spring is your season. Step 3. Do you want to feel like you're the only person on the planet amid crazy green hills? Pack your best raincoat for the monsoon. And step 4. You're an expert looking for a serious test against the elements? Winter is calling your name.
And that's really what it all comes down to. That's the choice. There's no right or wrong answer here, just the one that's right for the adventure you want to have. So what's it going to be? The guaranteed classic view or a totally unique challenge?